Guys, give it up for Alex for putting this on for us. This is nice. This is lovely. I love my time here so far. This is the nicest stage I've ever performed on. I love it. Got a pull-down screen and everything. This is fancy as shit. So I had the conversation finally with my mom. She asked me if I believe in God or not, and I was like, not really. And she goes, wait, I raised you better than that. I took you to Sunday school and stuff like that. How do you not believe in God? I just don't understand why. You named me Norman and didn't tell me. I found out my real name was Norman in kindergarten when they were taking roll. Okay, is there a Norman Taylor here? I'm in there like, oh, someone has the same last name as me. That's cool. You didn't call me. What's your name? Wade Taylor? Oh, you just go by your middle name. You sprinkle fucking the Santa Claus being fake and the Easter Bunny being not real. Yeah, you raised a skeptic. You think I'm gonna believe in a man that sits in the clouds and judges my every move? Fuck that. You know, one of my favorite things my mom used to tell me is she said, God painted the world in 7 days. And I said, yeah, well, he fell asleep when he was painting Nebraska. And I figured out why. What happened was he had the greatest scenery painter of all time teaching him, Bob Ross. And nobody can not fall asleep listening to Bob Ross. He's just like, okay, God, we're just going to put a nice little bush there. And God's just like, oh, God, what happened? Oh, God, I fucked it up, Bob. You know, I really ruined Nebraska on this. Oh, don't worry, God, we don't make mistakes. We just make happy accidents. I'll tell you what, we'll put a little bit of mountains on the other side of that and we'll call it our little secret. The problem is, when you don't really believe in anything, people are always trying to like talk to you about the things they believe in. One of my buddies the other day was trying to convince me that we're in a simulation. Now you also have to take in consideration that the same dude told me a week ago that emojis are the way of the future. Just think about it, man. A whole language is based off symbols. Yeah, that's the alphabet, asshole. Shut the fuck up. God. But he's trying to convince me you're in a simulation. And I was just like, oh, really, man? So our God's an IT person trying to keep us all alive? And his boss one day, who doesn't know shit about IT, just yells at everybody, was watching porn on company time and accidentally downloaded a virus called Hitler. And it was wiping files out left and right. So we had to create an antivirus called USA with a nuclear option to kill out all the other viruses. Then we had to go to Berlin and put up a firewall to keep that Red Scare virus out. Shit. But the more I thought about it, maybe we are in a simulation. We might be. If you think about it, this is kind of like a video game because like infancy is like the tutorial. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You can't hold your head up. The sticks are too sensitive. You're running into shit, learn how to walk. It doesn't work in sense. And then you get older and you're just like going on these crazy adventures, you know, drunk driving, doing blow, spending way too much money on strippers, getting achievements left and right. And then all of a sudden you get to old age and you're like, when the fuck did this game end? I'm playing this for 200 hours. Fuck, I just want to die. But you know, if it is a video game or a simulation, it's forced. You know how I know? Because birth is a thing. Because if this was a choice, no one would ever choose to do birth. Could you imagine the sales pitch for that and going into the video game simulation store? Okay, well, before we get you in the simulation, I just have to ask you a few questions, like, what sex do you want to be? Don't worry, you can change your gender later in the game. That's no problem. But, just need to know sex. Female? Okay, just so you know, there is a little side clause with that. There's a point, maybe, possibly later in the game, you're going to have to push another player out of you. Just push it right into the world, and you'll take it through the tutorial. It'll be great. Well, that sounds unpleasant. Well, is there a way for me to opt out of it? Yes, but just based on your birth, you might not have access to those kind of things. And they're also not 100% safe. We like to throw in a little bit of oddball, throw a wrench in people's plans. It's fun. Yeah, it's a bump. You know, and like what's funny about that is like birth control is around, but like nowadays, like kids don't even need it because millennials, I guess, now are having less sex than any other generation ever. It's a lot of people contribute that to porn. You know, they just traded VD for computer viruses. You know, it's really weird. And They talk about, we need to get kids to stop watching porn. And I think I came up with a solution. We gotta humanize the actresses. These guys have no kind of connection with these people. Think about it when you watch like an athlete you hate on another team, who plays against your team, and you hate that other guy. What happens? You watch a 30 for 30 on ESPN. You see that guy's life, his whole backstory, his whole life, and you're like, you know what, I get where that dude's coming from now. If you did that to a porn star, that kid can't jack off to her getting mouth fucked later. He's too busy thinking about how she has daddy issues and he wants to cover her in a blanket, give her cocoa, and work that shit out. We gotta get this fucking train on the right path. Porn stars are just, legal hookers. I recently started selling my body. Yeah, it's been nice. I started donating plasma. But it's a lot like being a hooker. Or a daywalker, whatever you want to call them. And, we both have track marks. I can't even remember how this joke goes. This is bad. We both have track marks. We both lie about our health and, oh yeah, I'm totally clean. I don't have any STDs. The only difference is I get checked for it periodically. And then we both save lives. And I know you're wondering, how the fuck does a hooker save lives? Think about all the disgruntled spouses out there who don't kill their wives because they banged a hooker. Instead of coming home and just constantly hating her, they go out and get their dick sucked. They feel like they run a 5K, they come home to screaming kids and the wife being tired, and they don't even give a shit anymore. And not only that, it's a benefit to you. They save you hard-earned tax dollars because the police have to solve those murders. So it's a win-win for everybody. Thank your local hookers. A lot of people donate plasma for different reasons. Liberty mentioned people do it for beer. That's what I do. That's why I didn't laugh, because it was too real. It's too real. It hit too close to home. Some people do it for Christmas presents, like get money for Christmas presents during the holidays. And then there's always that one dude who's in there to pay his cell phone bill. And you can always tell which guy that is, because he's the only dude not on his phone the entire fucking time. And he's trying to spread his bullshit theories. And I'm always there to lending ear. I had a guy the other day come up to me and he was standing, we're both sitting next to the beds just pumping life out of each other. And he's like, hey man, you want to hear my idea to get myself out of this so I don't have to do this anymore? Yes, I do. Absolutely. Well, man, dating services are all the rage right now, and I found a market that hasn't been tapped yet. It's called Amish Online. I didn't have the heart to tell the guy that Amish people want computers or electricity. Unless he literally meant online, like he's gonna go to Amish communities, put in like posts, like a hanger, like a clothes hanger, and then like they're just gonna pin their like silhouettes because they can't take pictures for profiles. They just the shadow silhouettes, and like scroll through them, just like oh dude, check out Bethany's bonnet curve. Ridiculous. People are just always trying to come up with new ideas. You know who doesn't have any new ideas anymore? The movie industry. They're completely out of them. They had to recycle the Ring movies. Did you see the new one? Did you guys see any commercials for the new one? They're trying to spam you like a Nigerian prince. Sending it to your email. I'm pretty sure Google spam filter will get that out of your inbox. Just an email that says, read me. That's all it was. If they really, really wanted to get young people hooked on it, all you gotta do is make her an Instagram account. She sneaks into people's fucking bathrooms, taking duck face selfies, hashtag 7 days. The biggest problem with that is eventually she's gonna let the fame go to her head, and she's like, I wanna see what my fans are saying to me in the comment section. And which is a no, you never read that. Don't ever read your comment section. Because just all it is, your pussy's as big as the well you crawled out of. You should stay down in that well like your father threw you down there for. Wow, that joke normally does a lot better. You guys didn't like the harsh comments, huh? Oh boy, I'm running out of stuff. Where am I at, Alex? Oh, well there we go. Just perfect. Thanks guys, I'm Wade Taylor, have a good night.